Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, we are going to discuss one of the most important topic in space arena. China is planning to launch its own space telescope called as Earth 2 mission. In this video, we are going to discuss what is the objective of the Earth mission and how it differs with Kepler and Plato missions. Kepler of NASA and Plato of European Union. Okay, so after sending robots to the moon, landing them on Mars, and building its own space station, China is now eyeing distant solar systems. The mission will aim to survey planets outside the solar system in other parts of the Milky Way. So, the galaxy which we are living is nothing but Milky Way. So, there are various other parts of this galaxy have not been properly identified by the various space telescopes like Kepler, K, with the goal of finding the first Earth like planet orbiting in the habitable zone of a star just like the Sun. So the main purpose of this mission, why the name Earth 2 is to identify another planet which looks like Earth. That is simple. In the same galaxy of Milky Way. Okay, so that is the main. So the name of this mission has been named as Earth 2 because to identify the same planet which can be habitable and which is having its own star. Astronomers think such a planet called the Earth 2.0 would have the right conditions for liquid water and possibly life to exist. So astronomers are predicting one Earth-like planet is existing in our solar system, and that can be identifiable through the various telescopes. But the astronomers are trying to identify the various through various telescopes. More than 5,000 exoplanets have already been discovered. Exoplanet means planet which is located outside our galaxy, outside our solar system. Sorry, outside our solar system is called as exoplanet. More than 5,000 exoplanets have already been discovered in the Milky Way, mostly with NASA's Kepler telescope, which was in use for 9 years before it ran out of fuel in 2018. So this Kepler Space Telescope has lost its significance because of the exhaustive usage of the fuel. The telescope is no more. Some of the planets were rocky Earth-like bodies orbiting small red dwarf stars, but none fit definition of an Earth 2.0. So astronomers through the NASA's Kepler telescope have identified certain Earth-like stars, planets, but none of them can clearly suit the mm, name of this Earth. With current technology and telescopes, it is extremely hard to find the signal of small Earth like planets when their host stars are 1 million times heavier and 1 billion times brighter than our Sun. So, it is very difficult for identifying a object, okay, faint object around a bright object, as the star is very bright. So, the stars which these planets are orbiting are some stars are 1 million times heavier and 1 million times brighter than the existing stars. So that is why these are trying to these are trying to identify new techniques to identify the um, faint objects around the bright stars. So the Chinese mission called Earth 2.0 hopes to change that. It will be funded by the Chinese Academy of Sciences and is wrapping up its early design phase. If the design pass a review by a panel of experts in June, the mission team will receive funding to start building the satellite. The team plans to launch the spacecraft on a long march. So, one of the powerful launching vehicle systems of Chinese Space Agency called as Long March rocket before the end of 2026. The Earth 2.0 satellite is designed to carry 7 telescopes that will observe the sky for 4 years. Okay, so the number of telescopes that are going to be installed in Earth 2.0 are 7. 6 of the telescopes will work together to survey the Cygnus Lyra constellation, the same patch of sky that the Kepler telescope scored. The telescope 10 to 15 times more powerful than NASA's Kepler telescope in its sky surveying capacity. As this telescope is going to be more powerful and having seven powerful telescopes when compared to the NASA's Kepler telescope, hopefully it can able to identify more number of exoplanets beyond our solar system. Earth 2.0 six telescope will together stare at about 1.2 million stars across 500 square degree patch of the sky, which is about 5 times wider than Kepler area view was. So it can able to you can observe the main comparative analysis between Kepler Space Telescope and China's Earth 2.0. Kepler telescope, when compared to the Kepler Space Telescope, this China's telescope will be 5 times wider, and it has been installed with the seven instruments, and both are going to operate in the same region. That is a most astonishing feature. Both are going to operate in the same region. The satellite's seventh instrument will be a gravitational microsensing telescope for surveying rogue planets. So, total number of telescopes or instruments are seven, out of which six will be operating in one direction. What exclusively one instrument will be operating rogue planets. So, we'll discuss what are rogue planets. And rogue planets are the planets. So, we'll discuss free roaming celestial objects. What are the rogue planets? Rogue planet has many names like an interstellar planet, orphan planet, nomad planet, free floating planet, starless planet, unbound planet, wandering planet, or sunless planet. So with these all phrases you can understand a planet which does not have a fixed star to orbit can be called as a rogue planet. Okay, so the seventh instrument of Earth 2.0 will try to identify the rogue planet through the microgravity lensing. Why? Because as it is not orbiting around any of the fixed star, it may not able to have a proper direction, proper orbiting mechanism, and the gravitational force will also be very tiny and small. The rogue planet is planet. It is which is a huge planetary object that does not orbit around any star. That is why it is called as starless planet. These rogue planets have been ejected from their solar system and gravitationally are not bound by any star. So earlier they were the part of the solar system and they have been evacuated from the solar system, ejected from the solar system. So if a planet wanders randomly in space without any gravitational bound and does not belong to any star system, then it is considered as a rogue planet. No rogue planets exist in our solar system. In our solar system, there is no rogue planet. And planets that exist outside our solar system are called as exoplanets or extrasolar planets. All rogue planets are an exoplanets, but not all exoplanets are rogue planets. It's a simple thing. So the nearest rogue planet to our Earth is WISE 0855 It was discovered in 2014 and is approximately 7.2 light years away from us. The mass of the planet is 10 times of the Jupiter. With that, you can say such a rogue planets. So they will be having super mass, and sometimes they will be ejected from the existing solar system. It will detect changes in starlight when the gravity of a planet or star wraps the light of background star that it is passing in front of. So the telescope with seven instruments will target the center of the Milky Way, where massive number of stars are located. So we are in the galaxy called as Milky Way. At the center, every galaxy will be anchored by black holes. At the center of the black hole, you can see the exhaustive number of the stars are located. To identify them, it can be extremely useful. The European Space Agency is also planning an exoplanet mission called Planetary Transits and Oscillations of Stars, which is called as PLATO. This is scheduled to launch in 2026. So the Plato's design has 26 telescopes. Okay, but the satellite will shift its gaze every 2 years to observe different regions of the sky. It will have much larger field. So Kepler than Kepler, China's 2.0 will be having 5 times more area of coverage than China's 2.0. European Space Agency's Plato will also have much more range of coverage because of the presence of 26 telescopes. But the unique feature is it gains every 2 years to observe different regions of the sky. So thank you very much. Thanks for watching.